starters for the visiting Toronto Raptors. At guard, Gary Trent Jr. At forward, OG Anunoby. At forward, Scotty Barnes. At guard, Fred VanVleet. At center, Pascal Siakam. The visiting team head coach, Nick Nurse. Time to meet your starting five. Guard, 6'1", number 8, Patty Mills. At forward, 6'8", number 18, Utah, Watanabe. At center, 6'11", number 33, Nicholas Claxton. At forward, 6'8", number 1, TJ Warren. Guard, 6'2", 11, Kyrie Irving.
Welcome to the weekend, everybody. Let's get it going with NBA action on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan with Hall of Famer Doris Burke and Greg Anthony, giving us the rundown from the sideline courtside, David Aldridge. DA, take it away.
Thanks very much. Well, Commissioner Adam Silver has a history lesson for those who would tell players to shut up and dribble. He says in 1963, Bill Russell was MVP, won a title, and stood on the steps of the Lincoln Memorial for Dr. King's I Have a Dream speech. There is a through line that exists directly from Russell to our modern players. Kevin?
That's a great story, DA. Thanks. Here are the five for the Raptors. Inside for him, it's Barnes and Siakam. VanVleet in the backcourt. Trent Jr. to his side. And it's Anunoby in at the small forward position. And for Brooklyn, they've got Warren. Irving is out there with Mills. And it's Watanabe in at the four-man position. And the Raptors doors with one of the elite front offices recognized in the NBA.
And Kevin, because of that, a highly paid one as well. Remember, a recruitment battle, not just with the NBA, but English soccer, to keep their leadership intact. But the track record is there to justify that top billing, no doubt about it.
Now, here's Warren. Pass to Claxton. Mills looking it over. Down to 5 on the shot clock. On the top of the key, it's rebounded by Scotty Barnes. Siakam outside. Plays it up off the glass. Siakam's got the opening field goal of the game for the Raptors.
Well, desire. Pascal Siakam has a ton of that. He's overcome so much in his life. You think a little bump in the road is going to stop him?
And you love seeing that great mobile one drive a second time.
And putting that pressure on the rim. That's what it's all about, threatening with that attack.
Irving with it. Now guarded by Siakam. And he makes that one.
And getting the offense started with a high-quality look down low.
VanVleet outside. Oh, the lob to Trent.
Well, you love the unselfishness of Fred VanVleet. This guy is so good recognizing when his teammates are open.
And it's Mills with the ball for the Brooklyn Nets. Defeated by the Pelicans in their last game. they'll try to put that one behind them.
Yeah, I mean, hard time shooting the rock in that one. But they also didn't give themselves the best looks.
I think even when you get quality looks, there was an inability to stay consistent. It is hard to win on a cold shooting night in today's NBA. The scoring is just too good.
Now here's Van Vliet. He had an 18-point outing in their last game against Cleveland.
And let's not forget about the assist. This guy as a playmaker was a driving force for that offense.
Off target there with the little leaner.
Yeah, awkward shot there. I mean, creative on the leaner, but the D just made it too difficult for him to convert.
Here's Irving, who's coming off a 13-point game against New Orleans.
And you know, guys, the other thing I really appreciated about his effort in that game was the effort and work on the glass. What a well-rounded performance.
Now, here's Anunoby, following the miss by Kyrie Irving. Pass to Barnes. Trent outside. Pass to Siakam. Shoots over Mills. Siakam misses.
Well, certainly not the best defensive effort, but this guy can't make them pay for their laziness.
And a little over 2.5 minutes gone here in the first. Watanabe passes to Irving. Over Trent. And again, no good by Brooklyn.
Just one made field goal in 5 tries. Not a good start.
Barnes kicks to Van Vliet. Shoots over Mills. Van Vliet can't get it to go. Brooklyn trailing. Here's Watanabe. The pass to Irving. To end the cold streak, and good that time. And this game is tied up now.
Well, 3-level scorers will use the mid-range when it's given. Kyrie Irving did exactly that.
Here's Van Vliet. It's hauled in by Claxton.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
Dishes it to Warren. Kicks to Irving. Over Trent. Irving misses.
Well, seized up just a little bit at the last second. That's when he normally converts.
Step back shot. Shot's good by Siakam. Siakam's got his second basket of the night.
Now this guy continues to build his offensive skill set. Pascal Siakam with the mid-range jumper.
Mills dishes to Irving. It's up a 3. It's hauled in by the Raptors.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed.
Near the three-point line, it's Van Vliet. And he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in. An exciting rookie class this year as always, Doris. Just how big an impact could this new injection of talent mean as the season really gets going?
Obviously, it has to play out. It's too soon to say exactly. But what we know unequivocally is one key draft pick can dramatically impact a team's success. So with any luck, some of the teams have absolutely acquired season-altering players.
Siakam's shot is off. That's trailed by 4. Mills passes to Irving. Over Trent. Irving, good. Irving's got his second basket of the game.
You guys know it's pick your poison when you are trying to cover Kyrie out of the pick and roll.
Now, here's Siakam. Guarded closely. Anunoby with the screen for Siakam. Van Vliet with the bucket.
Well, because of his high basketball IQ, Fred Van Vliet understands catch and shoot. I'm shot ready. Jumper in.
Now, here is Irving. Shot goes down. Very quick possession right there. Irving's got 6.
And if you're the guy who has to guard him, it is never going to be an easy night for you.
Barnes down low. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Boy, guys, when you think about about the prototypical modern wing? Scotty Barnes, the reigning Rookie of the Year, certainly fits that mold, already proving to be a well-rounded two-way player.
The Raptors shooting their first free throws of the game. And he knocks down the first one.
And with Barnes, he's only scratching the surface of how good he can be.
GA, there is no question about that. Barnes is on the fast track to becoming a star. Why? Because he can score, defend, rebound, and even serve as a playmaker if need be. This is about developing those skills continuously and becoming more consistent.
And it's Mills with the ball for the Nets. It's a 5-point game. This game against Toronto here, it's their first look at the Raptors.
Two conference rivals. I mean, they'll play each other a total of 4 times this season.
So what you look for in the first game, one, does one team make a statement? And two, how does the other team react to that?
Siakam misses. And for the Nets, they're shooting 33% here in the first quarter. Warren kicks to Irving. It's deflected. Van Vliet outside. On the wing, Barnes. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
You get the sense Scotty Barnes is very comfortable in the painted area. That's easy work.
And the first timeout called of the game for Brooklyn. And Scotty Barnes, the Rookie of the Year in 2022 in the NBA.
And you could argue he was maybe the biggest surprise of the 21 draft. Made a huge impact on the floor immediately. If you did a redraft of that class, he'd be closer to the top.
I needed to get loud in here for your Brooklyn Nets.
And a whole new lineup here for Brooklyn. Here's Sumner, covered by Flynn. Outside, Simmons. Back to Curry. That's tipped, and it's going to be out of bounds. The Nets will retain possession. Just 5 on the clock, and out of bounds as Toronto gains possession. For Toronto, they come in off the loss to the Cleveland Cavaliers. Flynn with it. Outguarded by Simmons, and a wide open look for Porter. The shot's good on the assist by Flynn. And it's a 10-point Raptor lead. Pass to Curry. Out to Harris to halt the run. That shot off the mark. Now Toronto takes it the other way. Tough loss coming against Cleveland in their last game played.
The failure to make shots on a consistent basis, that's going to put you behind the 8 ball all night.
I thought most of the shots they took were low percentage looks. The key in the NBA is, can you get your best scorers into their best spots? They didn't do that.
Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
The Nets working the ball around now. Passes it to Harris. Simmons sets a screen for Harris. Flynn grabs the miss.
That's a shot he's got to hit. You don't get many looks better from that range.
And there's the basket. Whistle blows and a chance for a three-point play. Going to the line for one.
And the story here, Kevin, early on is how well they've shot the basketball.
And let's get your take, guys, on the hustle stats for the Raptors.
I love the defensive concentration so far in this one. They're getting out on shooters and really doing a great job of disrupting the rhythm.
Yeah, they've also been alert and active on the defensive end, creating turnovers and turning those into points on the offensive end.
Free throw good. Porter.
I think the thing I like best about Otto Porter, his versatility and long arms, because it allows him to impact the game in so many ways.
Timeout called, the Nets.
All right, man. Who needs a t-shirt? Come on, let me hear ya.
And Simmons kicks to Curry. Knocked away. Manton, the pass to Flynn. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. And Kevin Durant has talked about the Big 15 for the Nets, but Doris' depth has been a concern.
Yes, but Kevin, give Kevin Durant credit because he understands that he cannot win a championship by himself. An organization has got to manage payroll with big contracts and then find bargain role players. It's going to be a key to achieving their goals.
No good on that one. Greg, when you look at Toronto, they have a lot of length and defensive switchability.
They swarm opposing stars and tend to make it very difficult in those passing lanes. So a great profile for a modern NBA defense.
And the second free throw, good. And last season, the Nets were a favorite to win it all. But, Greg, a first-round sweep by the Celtics proved a very rude awakening.
And Kyrie missing so many games. How about Harden wanting out? Hard to build chemistry and continuity. That has to be the focus moving forward. Well, you have to like their work on the boards, Kevin, particularly here to start the game.
Young, a screen on Simmons. Manton, the pass to Flynn. Good ball movement here by the Raptors. Clock at 6. Young, a screen on Simmons. Here's Banton. Banked in off the glass.
And they have owned the paint so far, and the score reflects it.
I know it's early, but you have got to like the dominance down low. Right now, they are playing bully basketball.
Now here's Simmons. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. Here's Banton.
Getting it done on both ends, and it shows up in the score.
Well, what I love is the energy they're bringing right now. They're ignoring the scoreboard and playing hard.
Curry looking it over. Knocked loose. Here's Banton, guarded by Curry. And Young slams it home.
They've been excellent so far, coming in with a well-balanced attack.
On the offensive end, it feels like they're getting the shots they want, and defensively, they are connected and on a string.
Toronto leading by 22. 59 seconds left here in the opening quarter. The feed to Simmons. To stop the drought. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact. It's going to be on Precious Achiuwa.
At 6'11", this guy is very difficult to get a quality contest. Ben Simmons does a nice job drawing contact.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
He misses the free throw.
And Simmons is an asset in so many ways. Maybe most of all, his defense.
Well, unequivocally, Greg, this guy can guard 1 through 4. And I'm going to say because of the length and the strength he has, in a pinch, he could also guard most 5s. He's terrific on the defensive glass, and he can put a ton of pressure on you in his transition game. Like, this guy is a special talent.
Greg, Ben Simmons, one of 4 players in the entire history of the NBA to average at least 7 rebounds and 7 assists per game through his first 4 seasons.
Think about it, joining Magic Johnson, Oscar Robinson, and Luka Doncic. That is some pretty elite level company.
He's made 1 and missed 1 so far in the game. The free throw drops for Flynn.
And after that trade request this summer, Kevin Durant still a Brooklyn Net. The offers weren't enough to move the needle, and the decision was made to run it back. One thing's for sure, when you've got KD, you've got a chance.
And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Porter. It's the Nets now. Outside Curry. 6 on the shot clock.
Yeah, really like the defensive focus and intensity at the start.
Their offense stone cold. Another miss there. Outside Flynn. Puts it up from 12. No good off the back of the rim. And so it's Toronto holding a very comfortable 25-point lead as the quarter comes to a close. Their defense has been terrific in this game. We come back right after this.
Your next UFC.
And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. And a very convincing performance from the Raptors so far.
Well, you come in thinking they're going to settle for perimeter jump shots. Think again.
They've certainly made the commitment to pounding the basketball into the painted area, and boy, is it paying dividends.
Setting the floor for the Raptors. Van Vliet in the backcourt. Trent Jr. to his side. There's Boucher out there with Anunoby. And it's Birch in at the center position.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Van Vliet kicks to Trent. Pass to Anunoby. Some nice ball movement here by the Raptors. Van Vliet on the wing, covered by Mills. And Fred Van Vliet gets the three. Van Vliet's got 8 points.
Van Vliet has proven more than capable as a legitimate three-point threat. Knocks down the jump shot there.
Morris with a screen on Trent. Thomas passes to Morris. That's in there. Thomas with the assist. Morris has got his first 2 points.
And really just unselfish basketball on the interior. That's the kind of pass a coach loves to see.
Van Vliet. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. And Fred Van Vliet, a player who has always shot well from outside.
And Kevin Van Vliet has continued to kind of take on more of an offensive load. Increased his volume while maintaining efficiency. Not every player able to do that.
The first one falls.
The Raptors are only a few years removed from its championship in 2019. Boy, a lot has changed since then.
Watanabe's checked in for Morris. The Raptors also with a sub. Siakam's checked in. And he makes both free throws. A lot of change. Toronto is without some of the key pieces from that title team, and it wasn't that long ago. But, Greg, they haven't had to go through a full rebuild. There are some remaining parts.
Listen, the talent they have is still undeniable, and they've got a good mix of young up-and-comers and players in the prime of their career.
Now, here's Mills. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Watanabe, no good.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
Van Vliet kicks to Boucher. And the pass to Siakam. That ball is in the basket. Now he's shot 6 and made 3 of them.
That's unselfishness from Trent Jr. We know he wants to score, but when your teammate's that wide open, just simply put the ball where it needs to be.
Now, here's Warren. Gets that one to fall after missing his first 2. 1 for 3 from the field.
Well, T.J. Warren's frame and game perfectly suited for a finish on the interior.
Trent outside. Siakam sets a screen for Trent. Van Vliet wide open. And again, Toronto with the triple.
Well, the advantage they have right now is largely based on his play. What an outstanding night.
Mills with it. Pass to Watanabe. The dish to Warren. Simmons trying to get open. Rebound by the Raptors. Now Anunoby. 11 points for him in that last game against Cleveland. Van Vliet deciding where to go with it. They get it again. Siakam misses. And Simmons has got the ball here for Brooklyn. Up next for him, the Grizzlies at the FedEx Forum. That'll be the first half of a 2-game trip. Mills can't hit. Toronto's gone 2 of 3 when they've stepped beyond the arc in the second quarter. And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Thanks, guys. The Nets have tremendous talent, of course, but there have been some challenges. Katie says, I know the fans have high expectations for us, but if you're a fan, you'll appreciate Nets basketball and what we're trying to build. and you'll follow us along this journey because you'll never know what may happen. Kevin, back to you.
Great. David, thank you. Here's Warren. Following the basket by Pascal Siakam. You know, Greg, you played on some gritty teams, and we hear that expression, getting punched in the mouth, and it's not usually literal. But what's that look like on the floor? What's it feel like on the court?
Kevin, you're just out hustling and out muscling the team. At times you'll see it. They've kind of checked out mentally.
Take a break.
And I'll tell you what, it is one of the best feelings in sport.
And he can't get the first one.
It seems to me, guys, that T.J. Warren every year adds one more dimension to his game. We know this. This guy can play on the offensive end.
Looking at who's out there now for the Nets. Nicholas Claxton's checked in for Simmons, and Irving subbed in for Thomas. Young's checked in for the Raptors. He hits the second from the line. Toronto's gone a very strong 4 for 5 from three-point land in the ball game. Passes it to Van Vliet. Siakam sets a screen for Van Vliet. Offline with his three.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the three. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Now, here is Irving. He's got 6. Van Vliet against Irving. Van Vliet passes to Siakam. That one good for 2. Brooklyn's gone 0-3 from beyond the arc to start the second quarter. Pass to Warren. Outside Irving for 3. And the Nets miss again. Now, here's Anunoby. No points in the game yet for him. It's stolen. Mills with it. Picked up by Van Vliet. Mills dishes to Irving. Here's Claxton. Back to Irving. 5 to shoot. There's the triple. That one's in. Only his 4th make against 9 total shots.
Kyrie Irving from range. That is such a beautiful looking shot.
Young sets a screen for Van Vliet. It's deflected, and so it looks like the Raptors will retain possession here. Brooklyn making some changes. O'Neal's checked in for T.J. Warren, and Harris subbed in for Patty Mills. And Toronto also making a switch. Barnes is checked in. Siakam looking around. 6 to shoot. From deep. Rebounded by the Nets. O'Neal with it. Guarded now by Barnes. Outside Irving. An easy 2 points on the layup. Irving's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Well, contact is not going to prohibit Kyrie Irving from scoring. This guy has great instincts.
Here's Van Vliet. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
First personal foul.
It's going to be on Kyrie Irving.
No question he got bumped on that shot. And when the stakes get high and you need a big shot, we know how dependable Fred VanVleet is.
It feels to me, Greg, like the bigger the moment, the more dangerous Fred VanVleet is. We've seen him so many times knock down so many huge shots. Doesn't matter the setting, Eastern Conference Finals or NBA Finals. This guy, the very definition of fearless. He does a great job of drawing contact and getting himself to the line, something he didn't do in the first period.
And the Nets making a change here. Sharp's checked in. And that's good as he hits both of his shots.
No wasted trips at all. They're taking care of business at the line.
Irving kicks to O'Neal. And here's Sharp. It's blocked. Here's Banton, guarded by Harris. The pass to Van Vliet. Over Irving. That one a little long.
Boy, against so little defensive pressure, you have to convert that.
Harris passes to Irving. Back to Harris. The three. Drains the three-pointer. Harris has got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game.
Well, he is tailor-made for the catch-and-shoot game. Joe Harris, a knockdown shooter.
Barnes outside. To the inside. Achua, no good with the layup. The Nets are gone, 5 of 11 from the field since the beginning of the second quarter. Harris passes to Sharp. Got a hand on it. O'Neal against Barnes. Pass to Van Vliet from deep. It's hauled in by Claxton. Claxton's got his 4th rebound in this one.
I'll tell you, it has not been this guy's best night, but the teammates have been there to pick up the slack. Love it.
Now, here is Irving. He's got 11. Off the mark there with the three-point shot.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
Passes it to Banton. Oh, boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2.
Clearly a foul.
It's his first trip to the line.
Shooting for Toronto, Delano Banton. 2 shots.
The first free throw is good. So for the Nets, Morris is checked in for Nicholas Claxton. Curry comes in for Royce O'Neal. And Edmund Sumner's subbed in for Irving. And Toronto also making a switch. Flynn's checked in for Fred Van Vliet. And so he makes both from the line. And the Nets shooting the ball poorly, just 28%. Pass to Harris. Here's Sumner. Harris with it. Outside Curry. The pass to Sumner. And again, no good by Brooklyn. Here's Banton, guarded by Harris. Pass to Flynn. This one for 3. And no good that time. The Nets go the other way with it. Now Curry. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Here's Sumner. And here's Harris from the arc. It's hauled in by Achua. And Barnes has got the ball here for the Toronto Raptors. That matchup falls in the middle game of this 3-game trip. Shot clock at 6. The Raptors need to get a shot. And it's Barnes slamming it down.
You can see how well Scotty Barnes moves on a basketball floor. And I mean that north and south, and what hops this young man has.
Now here is Harris. Passes to Sumner. Here's Curry.
Last 2 minutes to play. Second quarter.
It's deflected. Fast break Toronto. Here's Achua. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
First personal foul.
And you know what? Very close to a 3-point play right there.
First trip to the line for him here.
Precious Achua. Yeah, the line with 2 shots.
2 shots.
And the first one drops. Brooklyn making some changes. Ben Simmons comes in for Sharp, and Thomas subbed in for Harris. And Toronto also making a switch. Porter's checked in for Scotty Barnes. And both free throws good for Achua. Nets shoot just 26% out there. A terrible showing from an offense capable of much better. Morris with the screen for Thomas. And again, no good by Brooklyn.
Well, they've been better than good on the glass today, and there is a glaring discrepancy between these two teams in that area.
A nice shot by Flynn.
What a beautiful stroke from range. Defensively, you've got to try to take him out of his comfort zone.
They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Now here's Thomas. Back to Curry. Morris with a screen on Porter. Gets it to go from 18 feet away.
Well, the three-level scoring ability. Seth Curry from the mid-range. Yes, sir.
Outside Flynn. Over Simmons. Back to Flynn. Right block shot. Makes it off the glass. Flynn's got 5 points now in the quarter.
They're doing a really good job of getting the ball inside and attacking the paint. That's an area they have completely dominated.
Now, here's Thomas. He's still scoreless so far in this one. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
First personal foul. Team seconds.
Brooklyn shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game.
And out the line, shooting 2.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And the first one at the line is good. Ken Burge is checked in for the Raptors. Chris Boucher comes in for Achua. And both free throws good for Thomas. And Toronto has possession. It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Porter at the elbow. Over Curry. Rebound, Brooklyn. Outside, Simmons. He kicks to Curry. It's Thomas, high post. Pass to Sumner. Over Flynn. Guys, it's been all about Fred VanVleet for the Toronto Raptors. He's been a major threat from three-point range. Got 2 of them to fall in that quarter. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thanks very much, Pascal. The identity of this team is at the defensive end. So how satisfying is it to lock them down like you did in the first half?
It's great. I mean, we're a defensive team first, and I mean, that's what I like about our team, and the fact that we just go out there and get steals and get easy buckets on the other end. It's always great to play good defense.
Yeah, that's what you guys do. Thanks very much. Back to you guys.
All right, thank you, David. And folks, don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here for the start of quarter number 3.
Hey everybody, halftime is upon us, and a battle is also upon us. Not Kenny and Shaq this time, thankfully, but 2 outstanding players through the first half.
They've each been fantastic tonight, playing with fire, doing just about everything. Lots of pressure on these 2 in the second half.
I remember being the guy on a given night. Well, for me, it was all nights.
And now talking about this game, what a first half from Fred VanVleet.
Putting up points, not shy, looking for his shot, man. And he's been carrying the load offensively.
Yes, he understands his role and what he needs to do to keep this team successful.
Thank you for being with us. Now let's send it to Kevin Harlan for the second half tip.
Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. Fred VanVleet has been sensational.
And the way he goes at defenders, he is bound to get to the line just like he did there in that first half.
I have to love his tenacity. This guy stays in attack mode, makes defenders work, tries to keep them off balance.
Kyrie Irving is out there with Mills. Then it's T.J. Warren, and it's Claxton in at the center filling out the middle. So that's the Nets 5. Watanabe passes to Irving from the low block. Jump shot is good that time. Irving's got the first points to start out the third quarter for Brooklyn.
The level of talent Kyrie Irving has is extraordinary, and his finishing ability, creativity, English at the rim, unreal.
Yeah, that's a great setup. Screen the defender off and let him elevate.
Oh, right. And wasn't the timing ideal? My goodness, the D with no chance to react.
The execution was simply flawless. That, ladies and gentlemen, is how you run that play.
No good from Irving. And it's Barnes with the ball for the Toronto Raptors.
And after all the drama and wanting out, Kyrie Irving remains a net. Feels like a bit of a farewell tour, but winning can heal all, and you never know what the future may hold, especially with Kyrie.
Yeah, that was the third straight high percentage look the defense has allowed. The defenders have got to start putting bodies on bodies.
That was a second look at our Mobile One drive. Amazing control on display.
And a drive like that one can be a knockout punch. Great finish at this juncture.
Here's Mills. Following the basket by Pascal Siakam. Anunoby sends it back.
OG Anunoby is fast off his feet. 7'2" wingspan, says twice on the pipes.
VanVleet kicks to Trent. Rob. Here's Watanabe. Covered by Barnes. Watanabe passes to Mills. Three-pointer. Rebound by the Raptors. Siakam's got rebound number 8 now on the night.
Well, trying to find themselves in the second half here. Just 1 for 4 from the field. Can someone in the group get hot? Let's see.
That's 3 of 4 here to start the half.
Feeds to Irving. A good finish at the rack off the slick feed. And that's 15 points for Kyrie Irving. Toronto, they've gone 3 of 4 so far in the third quarter from the field. Pretty good start to the half. With a short break in the action, gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. Well, Kevin Durant learned an important lesson at age 11. His dad cooked him one-on-one, dunking on him and talking trash. Durant started crying and he locked himself in his room, but he came to realize, what am I so mad at? It's good to be passionate, but channel it. Once you're off the court, leave it and go back to being you. Kevin?
Great advice. David, thanks. Claxton from out on the wing, he knocks it down.
Well, this is one aspect you'd like to see more of from T.J. Warren. We know he's a great scorer. Pretty dime there.
Barnes with it. He's picked up by Irving. Barnes can't get it to go. And for the Nets, they're shooting terribly up to this point. Just 30%. Some ramshackle offense play there. Offensive rebound. Claxton, no good. Toronto's gone to the three-pointer 11 times tonight, nailed 5 of them. Barnes outside. It's Trent on the wing, covered by Irving.
The son of an NBA vet, Gary Trent Jr.'s game is very different than his dad.
Well, obviously, Gary Sr. had more size and therefore was a post player in a different generation. The younger Mr. Trent, an excellent shooter from deep. Pretty much the opposite style of play.
Shooting 2.
And he makes the first.
Gary Trent Jr., to me, guys, the very definition of a true shooter. He believes it's a natural talent, but he also works to develop himself into a reliable and efficient shooter.
Trent hits them both. We know the NBA is exploring alternate broadcasts for selected games, allowing users to pick their commentators. Doris, should you and I be nervous?
Kevin, I'm always nervous, and you will always be the A-team. Come on, my man. The fans know they need to listen to Kevin Harlan.
You are, Doris, way too kind. Coming from you, a Hall of Famer, you kidding me? I'll work with you any day, and I'll do the analyst, and you can do the play-by-play. How's that?
Kevin, love it.
Now, here's Warren. Following the miss by Scotty Barnes. Here's Watanabe. He's guarded by Anunoby. Warren against Barnes. And he gets contact and the whistle on the shot. 2 shots coming up.
A moment to check out the numbers for Fred VanVleet. Last season, he played outstanding. 14th in assists and ranked in the top 15 in free throw percentage. Tremendous confidence and technique at the line.
And like a thief in the night, he will pick your pocket clean. Top 10 in steals, as you said last year. Always a threat to cause a turnover. He's off on the first. Thaddeus Young. He's checked in for the Raptors. And he sinks the second. And so VanVleet will bring it up for Toronto. Young sets a screen for VanVleet. Bangs home the trifecta. VanVleet's got 18 points.
Once Fred VanVleet sees a few go down, this guy understands it's my night. I'm going to keep cooking.
A nice shot by Irving.
That's how you do it. The D looked helpless on that possession.
Toronto's gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. Siakam outside. Stolen by Warren. On the wing, Irving. Over Trent. Good work defensively by Trent. The Raptors have gone 4 of 7 to get things started here in the second half. In the corner, it's VanVleet. 14 feet away. It's hauled in by Claxton. Brooklyn's gone 0-2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Warren kicks to Irving. Count the bucket, and he's got a free throw coming up as well.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
And taking a quick look here at the hustle stats for the Raptors.
They made a point to protect the rim, challenging shots all game long, and the block total is off the charts.
The other thing that jumps out about their performance tonight, the amount of steals really pressuring those ball handlers.
And Kyrie Irving, a Picasso with the ball in his hands. And like a lot of genius-level creators, he marches to the beat of his own drum.
Now, here's Trent. He has 6, and they get it back. Here's VanVleet. Here's Achua. The dunk by Achua.
Yeah, coach's pet peeve there. No box out.
To me, this is a common theme that's running through the league right now. Guys looking to leak out rather than box out.
Irving. Toronto grabs the miss. And you know, Greg, Kyrie sometimes is just a tough guy to figure out.
And the danger is pulling too much in your own direction. Even he confessed regrets about in Cleveland withdrawing from teammates and isolating himself. All part of growth.
Now Harris, following the miss by Fred VanVleet from deep. Here's Irving. Basket is good. The assist from Harris. Irving's got 11 points here in just the second half. Toronto's gone past the three-point line for 13 of their shots. They're 6 of 13. Trent outside. Young sets a screen for Van Vliet. And the three ball is good. Van Vliet's got 6 here in this quarter.
And he's on his way to putting up a big three-point total.
Irving against Van Vliet. And here's Harris from the arc. Here's Sharp. Goes back up. Whistle blows. Basket is good. So a chance here for a three-point play.
Boy, his hard work on the offensive glass, earning an additional opportunity.
And he's got his first chance at the line here.
And not the guy you want to see at the line too often. Season numbers has him in the bottom tier of the league.
Curry's checked in for Brooklyn. Edmund Sumner comes in for Kyrie Irving. And the free throw, no good. The Raptors have gone at a pretty good shooting pace. They're 6 of 13 from the field here in the third. Outside Flynn. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Flynn's got 11 points. Here's Sumner. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring hit from him. Outside Curry. There's the pass to Sharp. Harris outside. Clock at 6. The dunk and the foul. A powerhouse move, and he's got a chance for one more at the line. It's going to be on Precious Achiuwa. And he's just had one attempt at the line earlier. Thomas checked in for Curry.
D-Ron Sharp. And at the line, one time.
And that one misses. And so it's Porter bringing it up now for the Raptors. To the middle. A nice shot by Flynn. Flynn's got 4 this quarter.
Boy, Otto Porter with the pretty delivery. That's nice.
Brooklyn's gotten blank from three-point land so far in the third. Still 0 for 3. Right side Thomas. And that one drops.
You know, it seemed to me they were shying away from a foul there. The D still has to be a little bit more physical than that. He's got to feel you.
With the step back. Flynn with it. Now Thomas defending. And Edmund Sumner is going to pick up the foul. That'll be his second foul of the game. So for the Nets, Ben Simmons, he's checked in for Sharp. Markieff Morris comes in for O'Neal. And it's Seth Curry in for Harris.
Curry.
Outside Porter. To the wing right side. Clock at 4. The 3. And the Raptors hit again from deep.
And they have been relentless from deep. And you see the defense trying to react, but to no avail.
Well, that's the whole point, isn't it? If you space the floor well enough, it's almost impossible for the defense to account for everyone.
There's Thomas with the 3. Hits the three-point bomb. Thomas got 7.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Well, that three-point shot just gives you so much room to operate on the offensive end. What a great shooting performance. His percentage is outstanding.
Pass to Thomas. Back to Simmons. And stolen by Achiuwa. Manton, the pass to Boucher. And the layup's good off the glass. Boucher's got his first points of the night.
And for Boucher, to me, it's about taking his time inside. When he does that, he's very effective.
Outside Thomas. From outside the arc. Sinks the triple.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
It takes incredible effort to stay connected to the hip of the offensive player. You've got to want to work.
Now here's Flynn. 15 points in the game. Passes it to Boucher. It's stolen by Morris. Pass to Simmons. Back to Curry. Over Porter. It's Curry. That time on the assist by Simmons.
If there's a teammate open on the floor, Simmons will put it on time and on target.
Toronto's gone 3 of 5 with the long ball since entering the second half. There's 1:26 left in the third. Back to Flynn. From the arc. And Curry pulls it down.
Well, he hasn't proven to be much of a floor spacer for them. He had the 1-3, but that was back in the first half.
Beyond the arc. The shot misses. And it's the Raptors taking it the other way.
I'll tell you, this guy is doing absolutely everything he can to get himself going, but the team is struggling because he's struggling.
Porter kicks to Boucher. Here's Achua. And again, no good by Toronto. Brooklyn's gone a less than productive 2 of 6 from three-point land in the second half. Now the pass to Thomas. Over Porter. Thomas's shot is off. 8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Over to the wing. It's tipped. Here's Sumner. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. Outside Thomas. Simmons, a screen on Porter. Thomas's shot is off. The 3 quarters of play all in the books. And this one all but over already. The Raptors out in front, opening up a huge gap. And we're coming back in just a moment. Get ready for the fourth quarter of action when we return. And while we can now, let's take a look at today's State Farm assist of the game.
And he's always been the favorite to bag this honor. These kind of feeds are his bread and butter.
Well, this is why great point guard play is so critical in today's NBA, and you see it right there on display.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. On the court for Toronto to start the fourth. Van Vliet in the backcourt. Trent Jr. to his side. Siakam is out there with Young. And it's Barnes in at the 3 spot. Now, here's Siakam. From 15 feet away, and the shot is long. And it's Warren with the ball for the Nets. Stolen by Van Vliet. To the paint. Got a piece of it. Here's Watanabe. Kicks it to Mills. Trent against Irving. And the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
Guys, Kyrie Irving, stronger than he looks, absorbs the contact and still converts.
Well, you're looking at the MVP race last season between 3 incredible big men with Jokic, Embiid, and Giannis Antetokounmpo. Analyzing that, Doris, what's your big takeaway?
The idea that the big man, the 5 spot in the NBA is obsolete, that argument is over. What impresses me is the skill level of NBA players, particularly manning the center position in the modern age. Highly skilled, can shoot it, can take it off the bounce, and are exceptional passers. Boy, this is fun to watch.
That free throw good from Kyrie Irving.
I think one of the things you have to be in awe of is how creative and how elusive Kyrie Irving is to deal with when he's cooking offensively. This guy truly a remarkable talent.
The Nets shooting a lackluster 38% for the game, struggling so far. Here's Watanabe. Leaves it up and in off the pretty assist. Watanabe's got his first bucket of the night.
Again and again, they're dissecting the defense and creating those high percentage looks from inside.
And the whistle blows as the basket counts and a 3-point play chance right here. One free throw coming up.
Well, we're talking about a tough individual competitor in Pascal Siakam. He goes right at the defense.
OG Anunoby's checked in for Scotty Barnes.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. One shot.
Free throw good, Siakam. And looking back on that Toronto run, Pascal Siakam, Doris, was a big piece to that puzzle.
There's no question about it. They allowed that young man to flourish in transition. He was a tremendous defender for the group. He was a big-time part of that title.
Greg, you think of everything that goes into making it to the NBA as a player. Did it come easy for you, or was it all work?
It's easy, really, to overlook the grind, but when you love the game, all those hours in the lab don't feel quite like work. At least not until you start getting a little longer in the tooth.
First free throw is good. Both free throws good from Kyrie Irving.
And after attempting no free throws in the first half, now he's putting the defense back on its heels.
Van Vliet outside. And the layup is good. Van Vliet's got 23.
Boy, at his size, Fred Van Vliet has to be so crafty on the interior. Defense has nothing for him there.
11 feet away, and that one's good, Irving.
He's shooting the lights out down the stretch, trying to keep them competitive.
Van Vliet kicks to Anunoby. Back to Van Vliet. It's picked off. Watanabe passes to Mills. Irving against Trent. Left side, Irving. Basket counts. Irving's got 11 points in the quarter.
Well, this is one of the best in the league at converting off contact. What body control by Kyrie Irving.
Trent setting the peg for Van Vliet. And a wide open look for Siakam. No good from outside.
Boy, with his shot not falling right now, it might be time to look in a different direction. See if you can get your teammates started.
They blow the whistle just as he gets it off. That's 2 points with a chance for another one at the stripe. And for a while there, Greg, it seemed like we were entering the super team era. But lately, homegrown talent, players you draft and develop or sign and develop, seems to be the way teams are going.
Yeah, and it's not easy to maintain a culture when you're bringing in stars from outside. We've seen some cautionary examples here of late.
Around 3 minutes gone here in the fourth quarter. And here is Van Vliet. Takes the three. And again, no good by Toronto. And here's Brooklyn. They're on a 16-5 run. Irving with it. From 11 feet away. No good. Shot missing. Good D by Anunoby. Pass to Van Vliet. Back to Anunoby. A bit under 3.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth. Trent outside. 6 to shoot. And the Raptors miss again.
Well, this has not been his finest hour, but give your teammates some credit for doing the job of stepping in.
Irving against Young. And it's Irving missing. Raptors leading by 23. Young finds Trent. Near the three-point line, it's Van Vliet. The rebound by the Nets. Warren's got 6 rebounds in the game. Now Mills. Irving double team. Here's Watanabe. Good, and the assist goes to Irving. Irving's got 3 assists now in this one.
Pure determination here, guys. A fourth quarter run that has them looking better and better as we get ready for the stretch run.
And Young kicks to Van Vliet. Pass to Trent. Young with the ball. Here's Anunoby. And right away, they match it with a three-pointer of their own.
What an answer from OG Anunoby, delivering the three-point shot in response. Wow.
Spins. Irving double team. Here's Watanabe. Nice pass, nice catch, and a resounding dunk.
Sometimes a player is born with a passer's mindset. He deals it with conviction.
Van Vliet outside. Pass to Trent. Here's Anunoby. And again, Toronto with the triple.
Boy, just tremendous concentration on deep range. OG Anunoby is really coming along as a shooter.
Now here's Mills. Watanabe passes to Irving. To the left wing. And Mills kicks to Warren. 5 on the clock. That's tipped. And here we go. Fast break. Van Vliet's got it. Young with no one around. Off target from outside. For Brooklyn, they've gone 8 of 11 from the field in the final period. Great shooting down the stretch. On the wing, Irving. Defended by Trent. Count that bucket. Irving's got 38 points.
And he's clearly led the way offensively. The question is, can they ride him and get back into it?
Toronto calls timeout. Well, Greg, analysts evaluate player performances on the floor, and sometimes we've seen the players fire back. They're not happy with the criticism.
You know, it's a risk you take, but if you treat everyone with kid gloves, you're really not doing your job. The audience expects a level of honesty, and quite frankly, players don't mind you criticizing their game. It's when those critiques become personal.
Toronto making a change. Achua's checked in. And Toronto has possession. Van Vliet finds Anunoby. Van Vliet outside. Just 5 to shoot. And there's the pass to Anunoby. Good, and Van Vliet gets the assist.
3.
Van Vliet's got 5 assists tonight.
OG Anunoby has put in such work on his perimeter game, and boy, that three-point shot getting more and more dependable.
And it's denied. Sent back by Siakam. Here's Mills. Over Siakam. Siakam pulls it in. Siakam's got rebound number 12 here already in the game. Van Vliet outside. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
And you watch the way that Siakam plays. It can get you in the open court or in half-court sets. Great forward who gives you a little bit of everything.
Shooting 2.
Free throw good, Siakam. And for Siakam, Greg, he almost epitomizes the modern forward.
And that's not to say he's the best forward, but he displays all the skills you now expect from that position. Solid player who any team would love to have.
And the Raptors making a change here. Boucher is checked in. That one falls, so he hits both of them. And in this era of player movement, Greg, we're seeing guys often pick teams on fit or style of play. When they look at that, what are they looking into?
You want to have fun coming to work every day, Kevin. I mean, the money they're making, most guys are going to be set for life. But I think they recognize it's about the journey and who you have the opportunity to take that journey with.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash mouth physical basketball, guys.
Now, here's Trent. And again, Toronto no luck.
Boy, he's definitely covered well there. And we know he can knock down the fadeaway shot. Just didn't fall there.
Here's Mills. Pass to Watanabe. And again, Brooklyn with the triple.
Great quarter for him at the offensive end, trying to will his team back in the game.
Trent outside. Passes it to Siakam. Over Claxton. And Siakam gets it to go on the assist by Trent. Siakam's got 19 points.
Now, this is such a critical component to Siakam's game. The face-up ability, nicely done on the jump shot.
On the wing, Irving. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. It's going to be on Gary Trent Jr.
Guys, you have to love the way Irving uses his body to create contact inside and earn the trip to the stripe.
And Doris, in a time where we see so much international conflict, Commissioner Adam Silver has said that shared loves and appreciations, including sport, can bring us all together. It's a nice thought.
It's a wonderful thought, Kevin, and I think immediately to the NBA Finals, where I see representatives from so many different countries, China, Brazil, you name it, the opportunity to interact, to share our passion for the game of basketball. Listen, the hope is we can find more things that connect us than that pull us apart.
Second free throw, no good. Toronto leading by 23. And here is Siakam. And it's Trent in the corner. Off target from three-point range.
Boy, what a nightmare quarter for this guy. He's playing right into the hands of the defense at this point.
Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Kyrie Irving so good at keeping defenders off balance. Earns a trip to the free throw line there. Nicely done.
At the line, shooting for Brooklyn, Kyrie Irving. At the line, 2 times.
First one falls for him. And we all know that injuries are a part of the game, Doris, but it seems like for taller players, bigger players, there can be an additional challenge. Why is that?
Well, think about it, Kevin. If you're a 7-footer who maybe goes between 250 and 280 pounds, playing an 82-game grind with so little time for rest and for healing. The modern game with all the movement that's required, that is particularly challenging for any big man of that size.
Now here's Van Vliet. Pass to Siakam. And finished off by Siakam.
Well, this is your 2019 most improved player, and now Siakam trying to become that franchise-level guy, carrying the load tonight.
Timeout called, the Nets.
Let's go, everyone. I needed to get loud in here for your Brooklyn Nets.
Warren the pass to Irving. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn.
Whether making plays for himself or his teammates as he did there, Kyrie Irving a dynamic playmaker.
Van Vliet with it. Inside and stolen by Kyrie Irving. It's 2-on-1. Shots good by Watanabe. Watanabe's got 14 points now in the second half.
And looking a lot better now, but still a long way to go to get back into this one.
Yeah, but this run started with tighter execution at both ends, and that'll need to be maintained for them to have a chance to take the lead.
Now, here's Anunoby. From outside, off the mark. The Nets on offense. They're on a 12-4 run right now. Now the pass to Claxton. Lately, as we've seen, Doris, a few small market teams stockpiling picks to the extreme. What do you think of that strategy?
Well, the organization that is fully committed to stockpiling picks is clearly the Oklahoma City Thunder. We have yet to see them come out on the other side and build a contending team. Not a small market team, but look at the Miami Heat. They refuse to lose at any cost. They're always looking to win, and I certainly like that mentality.
Nets trail by 17.
And this is going to end in a lopsided victory. I love the tenacity and aggressiveness as well as the ability to close. You really got to give it up here for the Raptors.
Well, the one thing that jumps out in this game is the free throw shooting, which they did a much better job at.
Absolutely. A big plus. And oftentimes your performance at the line can be the difference in a game. And I think tonight
We saw that.
And it'll go down as their first official win of the new year.
And they'll take the win tonight, setting the tone in the first matchup of this 4-game season series.
A very solid win indeed. And when you check out the box score, there were some great numbers for Fred VanVleet.
Boy, forget about his stats for a second, right? What impressed me most was his stamina. It seemed like he was involved in every play. And with that kind of activity, I don't know how you don't wear down.
Good on both.
I don't know how you cannot love Fred VanVleet. This guy brings toughness. He's fearless in the clutch. He competes on the defensive end, and his IQ is as good as it gets.
Now, here is Irving. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
His third personal foul. Penalty. At the line, shooting for Brooklyn. Kyrie Irving stepping to the line with 2 shots.
The first one falls. Both free throws good from Kyrie Irving. We've got 33 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Siakam, right side, down low. Here's VanVleet. Count that one.
But the truth is they've had control of this game.
And I couldn't agree more. What makes it that much more impressive, they're doing it on the road.
Irving passes to Watanabe. Claxton with the bucket.
I love the ball movement there. He put that on a silver platter. Just served him up.
VanVleet outside. And so Toronto takes this one, but by a big margin. And in the win, a comfortable win in what was, I think, Gee, a pretty hostile environment.
It really was. You know, it's never going to be easy on the road, but they didn't have too many problems with that tonight.
And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks very much, Pascal. You've been getting stops, getting out and running. What is working defensively?
Our energy was where we wanted to be, and that's how we got to play every single night. We can't come in and not play that way, because that's the way we play. So we got to play like that every single night, and it starts with me. You know, like I have to bring my team to that energy level every single night, and you know I'm gonna try my best to do that.
It was successful tonight, man. Congratulations on a big win. Back to you.
All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. As we leave you with our New Balance Player of the Game, Fred VanVleet.